PSA, men, do not approach a woman who is alone. Just do not do it. They have nothing to give you at all, so just don't even ask.
The men of LA don't approach women, and I refuse. I will not approach a man.
No.
I'll literally make you so uncomfortable that it gets to the point where you have to say something to me because you have become you know what a little bitch you are right now. Like, I've been in the same room as you for 45 minutes, and you keep looking over at me, and you think I'm gonna say something to you, and you're looking at me, talking to other people, having fun. You're gonna have to approach me. I'm sorry, I'm not dealing with it. And somebody told me that, like, yeah, the guys here literally say that they prefer when a woman approaches them. I'm like, not in New York.
I've met very attractive men that they literally, the only girls they've ever dated approach them. I was
Disgusting.
Like, what?
Bro, we're starting with a debate about who should approach who, and apparently saying hello has become a whole strategy game. She's basically saying she'll make a guy uncomfortable until he finally speaks first. Wait, seriously? That's not flirting. That's psychological warfare. Then comes the leverage argument, and suddenly dating has power moves and ego involved. Nah, this conversation is already getting spicy, and we're barely getting started.
I was like, you're an attractive man too, tall, whatever. I'm like, how do you not just, you could easily just go hi. Like, you don't have to
Literally, you could just be like, hi. They can't.
I hate when I complain that it's really hard to date because no one approaches me, and they're like, why? Is it because you're intimidating? And I'm like, no, why would you say that? And they're like, well, maybe you have a resting bitch face. And I'm like, no, I'm just fucking autistic.
Struck up a conversation with this girl that was like from Europe, and she was visiting Toronto, and she just was like, by the way, like, the men here, they just don't like, they don't approach you, or like they'll find you attractive and just kind of like do nothing. And I was like, yeah, welcome to Toronto, sis.
I don't know what male gym goer needs to hear this, but please come up to us at the gym.
Fellas, they're trying to get us again, man. This is the second girl that's gone viral in the last month, talking about they want men to start approaching again.
I just saw TikTok that said men aren't approaching women, not because they're being told not to by women, but because they're just actually too scared, which is a valid reason. Like, I don't want to go up to people and talk to them, even if I think they're hot. I'm scared too. But the men in his fucking comments being like, well, I'm too ugly. Well, I'm just scared if I do what they're gonna say or what they're gonna accuse us of. Well, I don't look like Chris Hemsworth, so I can't approach a woman. I'm telling you right now, if you have pure intentions when approaching a woman and you're not trying to be creepy, if you're going up to a woman...
Wait, now we're hearing that attractive men have dated women who approach them. Bro, apparently some guys are just standing there waiting for the universe to make the first move. Then comes the argument that when a woman approaches first, you know she genuinely likes you. I mean, that's actually an interesting point. But then we get the Toronto story where men apparently stare from across the room and do absolutely nothing. Ugh, are we dating or just observing each other?
Woman being like, yeah, I'm gonna get some tonight. That's creepy. If you're going up to a woman genuinely thinking like, you know, I think she's pretty, let me see if I could start a conversation, that's different. Like, yeah, you could still get rejected. That's okay. The more comfortable you are doing it and the more confident you get, then you'll do it more, and maybe occasionally it will land.
Get somebody else to do it.
Y'all can ask for our numbers, ask if we want to go out. If y'all get rejected, that's fine. That's normal, that's human life. But at least you went up and did it. At least you got out of your comfort zone and approached the lady. I mean, we can approach y'all too, but usually we don't, because I don't.
Because you're lazy. This is why they don't want to approach you.
Lady. I mean, we can approach y'all too, but usually we don't, because I don't know. I know we're young in term, but at some point, us females and men will come to terms of maybe it's both sides.
Why are men not confident enough to walk up to women now? Say shout out to the guys who are confident enough to walk up to women. The masculinity on earth has diminished drastically that guys don't even come up to you anymore. They'll just stare at you from a distance. As a woman who's trying to embody her feminine energy, you're not going to catch me going up to the guy. You're just not. We can just stare at each other. Say shout out to the guys who are confident enough to walk up to women because...
Nah, now the conversation gets brutal. One side says men need confidence and good intentions. The other side basically says, let's be honest, attraction comes first. Oof, that's a pretty cold reality check. Then comes the rejection argument. If women can reject men, why are men so afraid of hearing no? Wait, that's actually the question everybody keeps circling around. But just when it sounds simple, the whole power dynamic comes right back into the conversation.
Guys don't do that anymore.
What's up with men? I don't know. I wanted to ask you, men don't come up and ask or talk to you anymore?
Maybe we should have a man on and ask him what that's like. Why don't they do that?
A dating expert. Is there a dating expert man that would like to come on this podcast?
Now, I'm definitely no dating expert, but my name's J.R. Harvey, and I specialize in human behavior and psychology. And if you want to know the real truth about what is going on here, it's because approaching women in 2025 is treated more like a crime scene than it is a compliment. You see, men used to be rewarded for their courage. You saw someone you liked, you walked up and said hello, and the worst thing that could ever happen is that you got rejected and moved on. But today, that same move will get a man labeled as creepy or even accused of harassment. And it doesn't stop there, because one awkward moment could be filmed, posted, go viral, and ruin a man's life. Guys just aren't risking rejection anymore. They're risking their reputation as a person.
Can we please bring back men coming up to us? Why are you so scared? Why are you so scared of coming up to us? Genuinely, I don't want, I get it, rejection, okay.
820. Bro really said women are lazy daters. Yeah, I can already hear the comments section fighting over that one. The argument is that women want men to do the approaching while keeping the power to reject them. Then suddenly, we're talking about men walking away from dating completely. And now women are asking, where are all the men? Wait, this is where things get interesting. Because apparently the silence is finally being noticed. Somebody better explain what happened.
Okay, I get it. However, if you go up to a girl in a nice way, I don't think you can fail. Honestly.
Can we please normalize men coming up to women again? I'm so annoyed that the feminist movement and all these very entitled females now made it almost basically impossible for a man to never not seem creepy. And I'm just here, what the heck? If you don't come up to me, I think you're a weak man. And you may not be. You probably aren't, because it'd be impossible for every man to be a weak man, especially at the gym that I go to. But, damn. The feminists really, really ruined men-y things. Shame on you, feminists.
Tell me why I get so mad when an ugly man approaches me or tries to hit on me. The audacity, stay in your lane. Stay in your lane.
Who's gonna tell her? Who's gonna tell her that these men that are hitting on her are absolutely her lane? The majority of women shoot outside of their league because they think that they're more attractive than they actually are. Let's be for real. All of us are average. There's a very slim percent of people that are just naturally attractive. This woman, for instance, take away her filter, even in this video, take away her lashes, her lips, all of the things that you can tell that she was insecure about, take it all away and then see how she feels about that inflated ego that she's fucking putting out into the universe. I love how women are so comfortable getting on the internet saying medium ugly this and talking shit about a man's looks, but the reality is that the majority of women's looks can be removed with a makeup wipe. And then you follow it up with this shitty personality that you think that you deserve like a hot man when you have a shitty personality. Men are stepping away from all of this bullshit because they're picking their piece over these women with these inflated egos. And the funny thing about it is that these sense of inflated egos is all fucking bullshit because you get to know these women and they're the most insane.
Okay, wait. Now JR comes in with a completely different explanation. He's saying approaching women today can feel less like flirting and more like walking into a potential public relations disaster. Bro, imagine saying hello and wondering if somebody's recording you. Then comes the fear of being labeled creepy, accused of harassment, or going viral. That's a totally different risk than simple rejection. And suddenly, this dating argument just became a lot more serious.
Insecure women, they think they're fat, they think they're ugly, they want a bunch of plastic surgery. So they talk shit about these men because it's basically just a projection about how they feel about themselves.
So I have a genuine question. And if you know me, then you know that this is coming from a loving place. And I promise I'm not a pick me. I'm genuinely concerned. So I was talking to a male friend of mine, and we were talking about this whole trending topic of, men should just leave women alone, period, right? And I feel like it's very divisive, not gonna lie. I'm just gonna say that. I feel like it's very divisive, but I know that he is not allowed to make a video saying these things, so I'm going to say it. If men should not approach women in public, because we're living under the assumption that all men are bad, and women aren't gonna approach men because that's just thirsty. What the fuck are we doing? Like, genuinely, what the fuck are we doing? Like, when did all men become bad?
Men don't ask girls out anymore. All they do is they look at you from across the room and they're like, oh, she's pretty. I bet that's my wife.
Let me say this. This is for the ladies. Today is the youngest that you're ever going to be.
Yep.
So, without disrespect,
I mean, rejection fatigue is actually an interesting argument. He's basically saying most men don't have unlimited confidence or unlimited attempts. You shoot your shot, get rejected enough times, and eventually you're like, you know what? I'm good. Then the attention argument kicks in. Women notice men aren't approaching anymore, and suddenly there are videos asking men to start approaching again. Wait, so the attention disappeared, and now everybody wants answers?
if a man is approaching you, telling you that you're beautiful, saying that, hey, smile more, hey, I like you, or I'm interested, be flattered. Be appreciative. Because like I just said, today is the youngest that you're ever going to be. Men aren't always going to be asking you for your number. They're not always going to be telling you that you're beautiful. They're not going to be all up in your face. They're not going to be catcalling you at the gas station. One day,
it's over.
You're not going to be attractive or desirable by men.
Nope.
So appreciate the fact that men approach you. Appreciate the fact that they find you attractive right now. Because I do. And when men approach me, I appreciate it and I give them conversation. So I need y'all to get y'all shit together.
Women need to be more approachable. If you're a woman and you wondering why men don't approach women no more, it's because a lot of women either realize it and don't care, or they don't realize that they have very strong closed energy. What I mean by that is a lot of you have a resting bitch face. A lot of you look very unfriendly and unwelcoming and unapproachable because you look really mean.
Nah, we're officially entering dangerous territory. Someone starts talking about men being ugly and telling them to stay in their lane. And the response is basically, who told her those men weren't in her lane? Bro, that's a direct counterpunch. Then we get into filters, makeup, insecurity, and inflated egos. At this point, this isn't even just about approaching anymore. It's turning into a full argument about attraction and self-image. And trust me, it's getting personal.
And a lot of men just want mutual interest. They just don't want to approach women that just don't look friendly. Why would a man want to risk a negative encounter or approaching a woman that's going to be like, ew, get out my face, or make you feel like you're harassing them? Like, men don't want to deal with that. Like, men just want to approach women that are nice and like friendly and welcoming.
Men didn't stop approaching women because they got weak. They stopped because women got rude. Today, if a man says hello, he risks getting an eye roll, a disgusted face, or a dramatic reaction like he did something wrong. And some women act offended just because the man who approach isn't their type. And instead of saying no thank you, they react like he insulted them. And men are tired of being shamed for being respectful. Most guys are not scared of rejection, they are scared of humiliation.
Wait, somebody just asked the question nobody wants to answer. If men shouldn't approach women, and women don't want to approach men, then what are we doing? Seriously, are we just supposed to stare at each other across the room until somebody retires? Then the conversation shifts toward attention, validation, and aging. And now we're hearing that women should appreciate compliments and approaches while they still happen. Bro, this just took a very different turn.
They don't want to be laughed at, recorded, or embarrassed on purpose. So good men don't approach anymore not because they don't want to, because they don't want to be treated like trash for being polite.
Why don't men court women anymore? I feel like women my age, we don't experience, or we didn't experience, the courting phase. Like women back in the day, they got the experience that, like, you got to think about experience the courting phase. Like women back in the day, they got the experience that, like, you got to think about
money.
Women back in the day, those men wasn't old, but those men was stepping up. Do you hear me? They don't do that anymore.
This one's for the guys. Do you guys like not shoot your shot with women in person anymore?
I know it's probably like this no matter what city you live in, state, whatever the case may be, right? Ladies, you need a confidence booster? Go to the gas station. You're not feeling it today? Go to the gas station. Whatever the case may be, right?
Okay, now we're getting into why men may actually be backing away. It's not necessarily rejection itself. It's the possibility of humiliation, rude reactions, getting recorded, or being treated like a problem for simply saying hello. Then comes the interesting part, subtle signals from women. Complimenting your shoes, asking for directions, appearing nearby. Bro, apparently the signs are there, but they're wearing camouflage. So now both sides are waiting for somebody else to move first.
Ladies, you need a confidence booster? Go to the gas station. You're not feeling it today? Go to the gas station. You need a compliment? Go to the gas station. You want a little bit of attention? Go to the gas station. Just go to the gas station. I'm just saying, though. You don't think you look the cutest? Go to the gas station. Them niggas do not play. Okay?
Top reasons why men aren't approaching women in 2025. For one, low testosterone levels. Men's testosterone levels are the lowest they've ever been because of diet, exercise, all these factors, not living healthy lifestyles, and testosterone is what gets men to be motivated to go and ask a girl out. Is dating apps. Dating apps has made it way too easy for men to think that they have access to women. It gives them this like false hope, and it makes it so easy for them to just go on their phone and take the easy way out. Is consuming too much online adult content. It is getting really scary when men just go on their phones and can instantly have access to all sorts of material. Why would they even go out and court a girl if they don't need to? Honestly, girls do not make this any easier. Girls are not approachable. Men are terrified of being called creeps or making a girl uncomfortable, so a lot of them just don't do it.
And here comes the final argument. Testosterone, dating apps, online content, and the big risk versus reward calculation. Bro really said there's no ROI in approaching some women. That's cold, but that's the mindset being argued here. The bigger question is whether modern dating gives men enough reason to keep trying. Phew, what a debate. If this had you arguing with your screen, hit like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.